Okay, this is Trade Talk on Tuesday, the 12th of November. I am recording this slightly late on the 13th. Okay, guys, right, we're going to go through a couple of the FX pairs. We're going to look at gold and silver, and I think we're going to throw in an index as well. Right, without any further ado, I'm just going to check this is being shared. It is. Excellent. I will send the recording up to the group later tomorrow night. Okay, right, guys. First things first, pound dollar. Now, this has found support. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go from the most recent low. I'm going to get up on here, Fibonacci. Okay, we're going to check out Fibonacci retracement here and check out the zones on all these rallies and subsequent sell-offs. Now, as you can see here, from the most recent low on the daily chart, okay, the most recent low on the daily chart here on the 3rd of September, and the most recent high there on pound dollar, again just above 130 on the 21st of October, and that was the 3rd of September. So in that sort of 8-week period, we rallied well over 1,000 points. Now that's a very, very notable rally in pound dollar. All right, we were rallying into that sort of early Brexit period. Just, you know, when we still thought that October the 31st was going to be the deadline and there was no sign of it being extended, etc. But since then, the market has come off and bounced perfectly off the 23.6 line here. Look at that perfect bounce off here. Now, for me, to see much higher levels, we do need to see a breakout of sorts. We do need to see the market get back above 130, essentially 130.10, 130.25, to rally on towards 135 and potentially 140 before Christmas. Will that happen? I'm not so certain that it will, especially, well, there could be some pound strength, but against dollar, I do think we will see some dollar strength into New Year. Having said that, we could break here even further. Even with what I said, we could see pound strength. I think we could break here and target the 126 line, but the 127.60 line will need to be broken first before 126 is tested. Okay, so it's just a little small sell-off here. If this level does test again, it's sort of already tested it once, twice. If this comes off and tests again, it could break the third time and even test that 125 level. 125 is massive. I mean, it doesn't, you don't have to be Einstein to work out that just below 120 was the low, around 130 was the high, so you know the 50% retracement line is going to be close to 125, yeah? So exactly, where is it? 124.83, so there or thereabouts, isn't it? 17, 18 pips difference. Right, let's go on to a different pair there, guys. I'm nursing a bit of a cold as well, so please bear with me. Right, I'm going to do the same here. The most recent low on gold. All right, this is XAU USD on gold. I'm going to stick with the white chart for a moment. Fibonacci retracement. We're going to go the most recent low. This is about the same as that low there. This is the most recent though. Up here, right to the top, absolutely sensational, absolutely sensational. Wow, wow, would you look at that? Just a second, guys, I'm just going to delete this here. Right, that's fine. So again, we're just below, and we have broken 28. We're just now on the 38 line. Okay, we've got the line as well before that we drew on for the pound dollar, but this line has also hit the 38 now for XAU USD, and we've bounced off there. If this does break, we'll go into the low 14s. Guys, as according to the Fibonacci here. I'm going to go on to the DeMarca setups in a moment, but purely here we are seeing a potential breakdown towards 1410, but we could also retest 1486, 1487. I'm very, very keen to see what's going to happen here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. Can I see any sort of wedges? Let's have a look here. Let's look at, let's match up the highs, and then we'll match up the lows here. Okay, right. So we could see this bouncing back and forth in this wedge, and this could get tighter into year end. Okay, so into Christmas, it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if the market was around 1475, 1480 to 1455. So that tight range there. Then into the new year, we break below 1445 or above 1475. At the minute, it's 1465. This may not change. Just have another bounce to 1480, back to 60, up to 77, down to 54, back up towards 65, and that could well be how XAU USD is going to carry on throughout the rest of the year. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever on that. We'll look to trade the breakouts again below 1445, above 1475, as I said. We'll look to add some more trades on those as well. They will be posted in the group as per. Now, so we have come back. So we're going to take the most recent high level, but the highest level. We're going to take this high level here. So we got fib, so we'll do retracement down to the low point. I'm going to get a black chart on here in a moment. So, all right, look at that. So we broke above the 61.8. Very, very interesting on pound yen, isn't it? So with the sell-off we saw through April and May, through the summer, through all of the summer, pound absolutely died a death. Selling off over 2,000 pips from 147 down to 127. This was an epic sell-off, a massive sell-off. Double bottom. Yeah, we've got that rounded saucer bottom here, right there. And we've since then rallied up, came back off, tested the 23.6, and now we've rallied directly up and consolidated above the 61.8. If we hold above here for another few days, I dare say we will be testing higher ground into the end of the year. As I said, I do expect some pound strength, maybe not necessarily against the dollar, but we'll see. I certainly do expect it against the yen. So 142, 143 potentially very soon. If we do break though, down to 136, possibly 134 for pound yen. All right, so several hundreds of pips sell off there potentially, and 300, 400, 500 pips to the upside potential as well. All right, what else are we looking at? Again, one of my favorites. Let's check out pound Kiwi. It's been moving quite a bit today, quite a bit. Very interesting day. Again, I'm going to go put the low to the high. Most recent low back in July up to the most recent high. Again, black chart. Excuse me guys, I'm on the MT4 here today. We'll be switching to trading view next week, so no problem with that. So from the July rally up towards the level here, and it's well over 2,000 pips, the market has sold off and found perfect support at 23.6. Isn't it funny how we always seem to just, look, I'm not being funny, that just under 25% retracement. The market always seems to find some kind of base support. If we do break it, we're going back down to 197. If we hold here, we're going back up to 205. So again, 300 to 400 pips either way to be had upon the breakout of, this is the level, pretty much $2. Pretty much 2013, 2010, 2020, pretty much just above $2. And it should be there, 2 New Zealand dollars for the pound. It does make sense. It's nice regarding trade. And for me, it pretty much is where it kind of needs to be. We've got a mass epic double top from late 2018 at around this 205 level. And it is epic. And we've got one huge W. And this is going to be an epic trade. If this comes off, I'm telling you, we will sell off 2,000 pips. But also, with the bottoms we've seen, this market, the most recent one in July, August, was a higher one than the one back in December last year. So it's higher than this one. All right, slightly out there, but that's our W shape, and I do think it's going to be pound strength again. As I said, I expected against the yen, I expected potentially against the Aussie and Kiwi, maybe not against the dollar as much. If there's epic pound strength to come into the end of the year and early next year, then it will come in most currencies, but just some more so than others. All right, so I zoom out of there and see the potential of where this could end up, and it's almost frightening to see the potential here in pound Kiwi. If it was to break out at 207, then we could get back up to 2.45. I mean, this is literally 3,800 pips, 3,500 pips of move. So don't forget, here in September 15, I think it was July 15, we was at pretty much $2.5 to the British pound. Extraordinary. Okay, I'm going to symbols. I'm going to try and get on there. One of the indexes. Let's see what I've got here. Okay. Have I lost the plot? Okie doke. Okay, guys. Okay, all right. Sorry about this. Okie doke. Okay, again, massive moves here. Massive moves on Wall Street index, isn't it? Huge moves recently. We're at all-time highs now on the Dow Jones. All-time highs. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. All we have done is beat previous high after previous high after previous high. Again, a lot of these highs are getting higher. It looks extremely bullish. But again, we can get some massive sell-offs as and when. All relevant. They're getting smaller, and the market's coiling. The market is gathering energy. The market is ready to absolutely give off everything it owns and firmly. Look at this. Just look over time. Look where the market's come from the lows in 2008, 9, 10, 11. We were down around 10,000. Since then, the markets have gone on and on and on and on. And this is where we are today. quite extraordinary. We're above 27,800 on the Dow, and it is truly, truly, truly epic. I must say so myself. It's phenomenal what it's doing. And for me, look at that. We had some difficulty today. We're now out of that. Will 28,000 be tested? Undoubtedly. I did short this market today. We're probably going to close these trades until further notice. This will be a good shorting opportunity at the right time. But for now, possibly, I wouldn't like to short this back anywhere below these levels here, 27.4, 27.5, around there. There's a great short in levels to be had, just in case the market breaks back below here and dips below 27.4. Then there's a lot of room to move, possibly I got 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 pips. But as long as it holds above 27.410, guys, okay, as long as it holds above here, this market has got all the base it needs, absolutely all the base it needs. Because that market has now broken out, absolutely broken out, and it is off to the races. Okay, so we'll look forward to seeing that one. My little artistry there, no problem. Again, guys, I'm a little bit tired. I do apologize tonight. I'm not as quick as I normally would be. I'm a bit tired tonight, very withdrawn, been away as well with family. So I'm just recording this very late at night. Right, okay, so I've got the DeMarco arrows up here and the moving averages. The DeMarco arrows just show us the downside momentum for euro dollar is still intact. Nothing looks strong there. Today we had a blue candle, means nothing. It only just cancels out yesterday's red. We've had 6 red days in 7, and it's looking very 6 red days in 8. I should say it looks phenomenally weak for euro dollar. Very, very, very similar to dollar yen. Regarding the recent sell-off, the market looking to come back. The market really is trying. It really is. But it does need to break out above that line there, back above a big sell-off today, and I think back above that line we can maybe see some dollar strength, which I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see. I think gold and silver are potentially going to suffer to the downside. Possibly it's just my personal opinion. But we'll be ready as traders for both sides. For me as well, that's just my personal choice, and I do think that dollar, even though it's going to struggle against, it has struggled, I should say, against certain commodities. I think it's going to do very well in the coming weeks and months, and will perform and hold up against and fight back against the pound when the pound does eventually see a rally, because we will see one. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Some interesting food for thought. I'm going to ruffle the trades up tomorrow, get a few out there, close 1 or 2 off, and we'll start all afresh then. Okay, guys, we've been doing good lately. Keep up the good work, and I look forward to seeing you very soon indeed. Take care, guys.